Yes, you heard that right. Sean Diddy Combs allegedly hosted a full-blown party from inside his jail cell. While most inmates are stuck with concrete walls and silence, Diddy, he reportedly had music blasting, food flowing, and even special guests making private visits no one can explain. This bizarre report started when prison insiders leaked audio recordings of what sounded like music playing from Diddy's wing late at night. Not just music, we're talking bass-thumping, bad boy-era anthems, allegedly, coming from a Bluetooth speaker inside a maximum security federal prison. Like how? Sources claim Diddy has somehow managed to bribe guards, smuggle in equipment, and even coordinate outside delivery drops that mysteriously disappear into the facility without any official record. Some say the man basically turned his cell into a VIP suite behind bars, cell block or bottle service. We can't tell anymore. And get this, one guard anonymously claimed, Diddy's cell parties are so real. Some officers actually request shifts on his block, because it's like working at a celebrity event. Now the internet is blowing up. Fans are shocked, critics are furious, and people are asking, is this even jail anymore? Or is Diddy just living in a reality show? Meanwhile, prison officials continued to deny everything. All rules are strictly enforced, they say, but leaked photos and rumors say otherwise. So what's really going on? Is Diddy rewriting the rules of prison life, or is this all just an elaborate cover-up for something far bigger? While the world thought Diddy's life behind bars would be a quiet fall from grace, new rumors suggest it's anything but. In fact, it may be wilder than anyone could have imagined. According to multiple leaks, whispers from inside the prison, and viral social media posts, Sean Diddy Combs is allegedly hosting private parties from within his jail cell. Yes, you heard that right, not just surviving jail, but turning it into his personal VIP lounge. It started as a joke on social media, a meme claiming Diddy's hosting bad boy reunions in Block C. But soon, things started to feel real. First came the reports of late-night music coming from Diddy's wing. Not just soft humming or radio noise, but actual beats, bass thumping, track mixing music that didn't sound like anything allowed. In a federal prison, one anonymous guard told a tabloid, "Sometimes we hear him rapping over beats at 2 in the morning. He ain't stopped performing, he just changed the venue." That quote alone sent the internet into meltdown. And then came the food. Reports from insiders claim that Diddy has had luxury meals, lobster tails, shrimp, even champagne alternatives, smuggled into his cell through what one source called a network of paid facilitators. Other inmates began talking. Some even claim Diddy's cell smells like a 5-star restaurant kitchen, not something you'd expect inside a cement block surrounded by steel. While prison officials have firmly denied these allegations, they haven't been able to explain some of the footage that recently leaked online. One grainy video, supposedly taken by a low-level staff member, shows flickering colored lights coming from Diddy's cell, like a club light setting. Another clip, blurred and shaky, appears to show people going in and out of a restricted hallway after hours. Is it possible Diddy has turned prison into a full-blown underground nightclub? As more strange reports emerged, so did the questions. How could someone in federal custody manage to access music equipment, mood lighting, and luxury meals? Is it really possible that Diddy has bribed guards, or worse, built an underground prison network to keep his celebrity lifestyle alive behind bars? One insider claims it all comes down to one thing: money. According to this source, Diddy allegedly has access to a protected zone inside the prison, an area few inmates can reach, where certain officers look the other way in exchange for thousands of dollars in untraceable transfers. The source described it as a mini empire inside the facility, where Diddy isn't just an inmate, he's a kingpin. And the so-called parties they're allegedly scheduled. We're talking curated playlists, themed nights, even special outfits, not just for Diddy, but for others who attend. The source said, he got lieutenants in there. He running things like it's a label. Cell block records, for real. Still, the question remains, who's helping him? Some believe a few prison guards are on Diddy's payroll. Others point to private contractors, those who deliver food or maintain the building. Then there's the idea of outside help, celebrities, or executives using back channels to keep Diddy comfortable while the legal system does its thing. One theory even suggests his legal team may have knowledge of what's happening and is using it to leverage better treatment from authorities by remaining silent. Meanwhile, other inmates are furious. Some have spoken out anonymously to prison advocates, claiming that Diddy is receiving celebrity privileges while they suffer through basic meals, freezing nights, and constant surveillance. One reportedly said, "He livin' like it's a tour bus. We live in like animals." And yet, no one dares challenge him directly. According to sources, Diddy still commands respect, even fear. Inside, whether it's his money, his name, or something darker, nobody is willing to step out of line. It's jail politics. And Diddy, somehow, is still playing the game better than anyone else. Back in the outside world, the internet is having a complete meltdown over these rumors. TikTok is flooded with videos joking about Diddy starting a prison edition of Coachella, while Twitter X threads are dissecting every new leak like it's a true crime documentary. Influencers are jumping in, mocking the situation with skits, voiceovers, and free Diddy. But let him finish his set first. Memes. But beneath the humor lies a darker undercurrent. Legal analysts have begun warning that if any of these reports are true, even partially, Diddy could be facing severe consequences. Hosting unauthorized gatherings, bribing guards, smuggling contraband, these are all federal offenses, and they could lead to additional time behind bars, new charges, and even an FBI investigation. And it seems the federal authorities are now paying attention, according to two journalists from separate outlets. The Department of Justice has launched a quiet inquiry into what's really going on at the facility where Diddy is being held. Inspectors have been sent in. Security footage is under review. Staff are being questioned. Some guards have reportedly been suspended with pay while internal audits are conducted. If this is all just gossip, they're treating it very seriously. Still, many people are wondering how we even got here. How did a man who once walked red carpets with the biggest stars, who stood on stage with millions cheering him on, end up potentially hosting parties from a 10 by 12-foot cell? The answer might lie in who Diddy has always been, not just an entertainer, but a master of control, whether it was music, business, or now, allegedly, jail politics. Diddy has always known how to move in silence while influencing those around him. Even now, as a prisoner, he seems to be creating a new kind of influence, a new kind of power. Some say it's all survival. That Diddy is simply doing whatever it takes to protect himself in a place where power means safety. Others believe it's ego, a refusal to accept that his reign is over. But there's also a third theory floating online, that Diddy is deliberately turning his prison stay into a show. There's a growing theory online, wild yes, but strangely believable, that Diddy is turning his jail sentence into the greatest underground performance of his career. Think about it, the rumors, the secrecy, the leaks, the confusion, all the perfect ingredients for a modern myth, orchestrated by someone who has always known how to control attention. Could Diddy be documenting everything? Some speculate he may be recording his experience from inside, gathering audio, keeping a journal, or even using illegal communication devices to compile raw material for a future docuseries or explosive memoir. A few influencers believe his parties aren't just for fun. They're performances, statements, a way to prove that not even prison can silence a true mogul. One viral post reads, "Diddy ain't locked up. He's just throwing the realest album release party of all time from inside." Another says, "Y'all laughing, but just wait. 2026, he drop in a documentary called Cell Block Celebrity." While some people dismiss these ideas as fantasy, others are taking them very seriously. After all, Diddy has been involved in major cultural reinventions before transforming artists, genres, brands, even the very image of hip-hop luxury. Could he now be reinventing what it means to fall from grace while keeping the spotlight? But if this is performance, it comes at a cost. Other inmates have begun speaking through prison reform advocates, saying Diddy's privileges are disrupting life inside. One letter allegedly written by a fellow inmate reads, "The guards treat us like trash while he lives like a boss. People scared to talk, scared to be seen with him. This ain't no party, it's control." Advocacy groups have now stepped in, demanding an independent review into conditions at the prison. They argue that if Diddy is receiving special treatment, it sends a dangerous message that money and fame can corrupt even the most secure institutions. And if Diddy is being allowed to party while others are punished for minor infractions, then justice is clearly not equal behind bars. So what's the truth? Is Diddy bending the system or exposing it? As the outside world debates, theories and jokes turn into headlines. Federal authorities are moving quietly but swiftly. According to new insider leaks, surveillance footage from inside the prison has allegedly been confiscated by the FBI, suggesting that this is no longer a simple matter of prison rule-breaking. This might be a federal corruption scandal in the making. Multiple guards are rumored to have been placed under review, and at least 2 contractors associated with the prison have been suspended pending investigation. If it turns out that staff were paid off or pressured to allow Diddy to maintain a VIP lifestyle, the consequences could be massive, not just for Diddy, but for the entire facility. Meanwhile, Diddy's legal team has gone dark. No public statements, no press appearances, nothing. This silence has only intensified the speculation that something much bigger is unfolding behind the scenes. Some believe his lawyers are preparing a defensive strike, a lawsuit, perhaps claiming that Diddy is being unfairly targeted or framed. Others believe they're waiting for the fire to burn itself out. But there's more. In a shocking twist, a former prison guard now in hiding has allegedly leaked screenshots of internal staff chats that show discussions about cleaning up Diddy's area before inspections and keeping eyes away from cell 14 after 9 p.m. If verified, this could become explosive evidence of deliberate misconduct and cover-ups. And then there's the bombshell no one saw coming. Someone leaked a low-quality audio file online, supposedly of Diddy talking with someone inside the prison. The recording is muffled, but in it, a voice that sounds like Diddy says, "Don't worry, I still run this. Cameras don't see everything." The file has already been downloaded millions of times, and while no official verification has been given, fans and experts alike have analyzed it, comparing the voice to old interviews, studying the acoustics, and breaking it down like it's a crime podcast. The majority opinion, it sounds real. If true, it confirms what many already fear. Diddy may still be running an empire from behind bars, while authorities scramble behind the scenes. The ripple effects of Diddy's alleged prison parties are now reaching the highest levels of pop culture and the music industry. A growing number of celebrities are distancing themselves, wiping old posts, unfollowing him, and staying silent. Some say it's fear of being tied to whatever storm is brewing. Others believe they know more than they're saying. One former collaborator, speaking anonymously, told a blog, "This was always how he operated. Big energy, loud moves. He was always untouchable." Until now, some industry veterans are even speculating that Diddy may have dirt on powerful people, and that his silence in jail could be part of a dangerous game. One podcast host said, "He's not talking because if he does, a lot of other big names go down too." Meanwhile, tensions inside the prison are reportedly boiling over. Advocacy groups have warned of rising resentment among other inmates, especially those with longer sentences and zero access to outside support. Some say Diddy's privileges, if real, are putting other prisoners in danger. One whistleblower stated that several cell blocks are under lockdown because fights have broken out over unfair treatment and Diddy's block parties. In short, the facility is on edge. Outside, public opinion is deeply divided. Some fans are still loyal, posting #FreeDiddy hashtags and joking that he's still making hits from the inside. Others, however, are furious. Tweets, think pieces, and viral videos accuse the system of celebrity favoritism, arguing that Diddy is living better in jail than many people do outside of it. "You're telling me I'm working 2 jobs, barely affording groceries, and this man is allegedly having lobster in a jail cell with surround sound." One angry user posted, "The backlash has even reached politicians." A state senator recently called for a nationwide investigation into celebrity treatment in federal custody. The statement read, "If even half of these claims are true, we have a serious accountability crisis. Justice should not come with a price tag." So, what happens now? Diddy remains silent. His lawyers stay quiet. The prison keeps denying. Yet, more leaks continue to surface by the hour. Screenshots, rumors, whispers, all painting the picture of a man who might have brought the red carpet with him behind bars. With the outside world fuming and the inside growing tense, a strange silence surrounds the man at the center of it all, Diddy himself. According to several prison sources, Diddy has become increasingly quiet and watchful, almost as if he's waiting, not panicking, not retreating, just observing. And this silence has started to worry people. Some believe he's preparing a legal counterattack, one that could expose corruption at the federal level, including prison staff, media insiders, and possibly even fellow celebrities who may have benefited from the same underground systems of protection and privilege. Others believe that Diddy is deliberately letting the story play out, fueling the mystery, allowing the world to build suspense before making his next calculated move. Then there's the theory no one wants to say out loud, that maybe Diddy knows something bigger is coming. According to unconfirmed leaks, several high-ranking officials in entertainment law have been subpoenaed. Some believe Diddy's arrest and these alleged jail parties may be distractions from a wider probe, possibly connected to financial fraud, tax evasion, or even a larger criminal network operating inside the industry. It sounds unbelievable, until you remember how many other stars have fallen under suspicious circumstances. Whatever the truth is, one thing is clear. Diddy is no longer just a celebrity behind bars. He has become the symbol of a collapsing illusion, the myth of untouchable fame, the fantasy of the invincible mogul. What's happening now isn't just a scandal, it's a reckoning. Media coverage has begun to shift. At first, it was mockery, memes, satire, and WTF moments. But now, it's turning serious. Major outlets are sending investigative teams to the prison. Talk show hosts are addressing the issue with somber tones. Former associates are being asked tough questions, and fans are starting to dig too. Reddit threads, Discord channels, and Twitter spaces are lighting up with deep dives, timelines, and digital sleuthing. Everyone wants to know what's real, what's fake, and how far does this go? Because if it's true that Diddy is partying in prison, then we've crossed into a new reality where money not only talks, it throws house parties behind bars. And now, as the story peaks in chaos and speculation, one question rises above the noise. Is this the fall of Diddy, or his greatest transformation yet? Some say he's finished. that this is the final chapter of a man who once ruled hip-hop, fashion, and nightlife. The charges, the backlash, the scandal, it's all too much. They believe there's no coming back from this, but others, they're not so sure. Because if anyone knows how to flip a crisis into a spotlight, it's Diddy. From lawsuits to label drama, to personal tragedy. He's reinvented himself more times than the industry could count. And maybe, just maybe, this time, is no different. Rumors have already begun swirling that, once released, Diddy could be planning a tell-all documentary, one that spills every detail, from the gun rumors to the parties to who was really behind the scenes helping him. One insider even claims Diddy has been keeping a handwritten journal of everything happening in jail, not just names and dates, but thoughts, emotions, strategies. It's the kind of content the world would devour, but it may never see the light of day, because nothing is guaranteed. Not in the world Diddy's now living in. If he speaks, powerful people could fall. If he stays silent, the world keeps guessing. Either way, the game has changed, and Diddy's sitting in the center of the storm. The end, we may never know the full truth about what happened behind those bars. Were there really late-night parties, luxury meals, and secret visitors? Did he really run his own empire from a prison cell? Or was it all smoke and mirrors, a distorted reflection of our obsession with celebrity power? What we do know is this: Diddy isn't just a prisoner, he's a story, a spectacle, a reminder that fame doesn't die in silence, it echoes through concrete walls and steel doors. And no matter how high you rise, one wrong move, and the world will be there to watch you fall. So until the truth is revealed, we'll keep watching, we'll keep questioning, and we'll keep wondering.